Welcome back to this session. I hope you have successfully installed the RStudio and Python from previous session. In this session we would complete a few arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponentiation and modulo. You can also do many more arithmetic operations in RStudio. There are three windows in RStudio. The left side is called the console, where you would enter the code. The right side has got two windows vertically layered on top of one another. The first one is a window where you have two tabs, environment and history. The environment captures or records the objects that you create for RStudio. The history captures the operations that you do in the code. And you also have another window, the files window, where you can import files into RStudio from your existing files in your laptop or your system. So let's do a few arithmetic operations. 2 plus 3 is 5. This is the line number, and this is the result that you have. So you can do subtraction, multiplication. You can also do division. Let's say 5 plus 3 divided by 2. Okay. You can also do modulo operations, which will give you the remainder after dividing by, let's say, 5. Here in this case 27 divided by 5, you get the remainder as 2. A basic concept in R is a variable. And this is very common in many programming languages. A variable allows you to store a value, for example a number called 3, or an object. An object is nothing but a functional description in R, and then you can later use this variable name to access the value or the object that is stored within that. You can assign a value to a variable with this particular command. So let's say you want to assign a variable, right? So my variable space less than sign, and in this pointing direction to the left side, and then you put the number. So here in this environment on the right side, you can see that you have created an object called my variable, which is numeric, has length of 148 bytes, and the value is 5. Okay. Now if you type in this variable, it will give you the result there. Now, how do you assign a variable? Let's say you have a basket with a collection of coins and stamps. Now, if you are planning to become a data scientist and want to do a lot of analysis, it is important that you have a clear understanding of how R programming actually works. A very good combination of statistics and programming will definitely help in your careers. So let's say a basket is there with 5 coins, and you want to assign this particular variable. So in your console or your editor, you can type in my coins, or let's say 6 coins I have. So this will assign the value of 6 to my coins. Okay. You can also use hash to actually tell the system what you're doing. It is more like a comment. So you may say that assign coins value to a variable. Okay, that is simply taken as a comment and is not detected as a code. And I would say print out the value of the variable called as my coins. Okay, so I will just type in my coins here, and you get the result as 6. Now I want to assign another variable called stamps. So I would just say my stamps, assign the value as, say, 10. Okay, there is no semicolon here, so please remember that. And what I would like to do is add these two variables together and print the result. So I will now have my coins plus my stamps. You can see that it automatically detects this one, so you can press tab and then press enter. It's taken as 16. Right? You can also assign this to a different variable. For example, you can say my collection is a combination of my coins plus my stamps. Okay, and if you type in my collection here, it will give you the answer as 16. There are a few basic types in R, and I will just type it in this notepad for you. One is called numerics. Numerics is nothing but the decimal values. For example, you have 5.4, 6.7 and so on. These are called as numerics. And then you have integers, which are natural numbers like pure ones, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. You have Boolean values, which consists of true or false. This can be abbreviated to T or F also. And then you have characters, and character is nothing but a text or a string. They are used to other programming languages. These are the 4 basic data types in R, and you can assign, for example, numeric. So I would say example numeric is without any quotations or without any quotes. You can write this one. If you want to write your character, you can say example char is 54. Okay, this is in double quotes. An example of logic would be true here. Okay, so these are the different ways in which you can write the data types. Please remember, you cannot add one data type with another data type. A character cannot be added with an integer. It will give you an error, and it is true for all programming languages. There is a concept called vector in R programming. A vector is nothing but it's a one-dimensional array. And in a vector, you can actually combine different values of numerics or characters or Boolean values. You can create a vector with the combine function called C with brackets. This is how you create a vector with a combine function represented as C followed by brackets, and within these brackets you write the numerics or the characters separated by comma values. So for example, you would say exam numeric. You want to assign this, and you want to combine a few values here, numeric values like 1, 4 and 5 and 7 and so on. Okay, so here you can see it's immediately created. It's exam numeric, example numeric actually, with length 472 bytes, which has got numbers of 1, 4, 5 and 7. Similarly, if you want to create an example of let's say characters, a vector of characters, then you can type in this way with a combine function that will have a combination of these values there, the characters there. And you can also use combine for booleans also. Let's do an example in the next session. Thanks for listening.